Life is pain. But whoever said that was a bad thing was missing the point. There are times when you can see how intensely beautiful everything is. And the beauty is so intense that it is actually painful. It's like if you feel nostalgia or pain or love or some other intense feeling, and you go far enough and you feel it deeply enough, at the end they all sort of converge on the same infinite feeling. And it is so beautiful, but also so raw and so intense. It is painful. Sometimes in the fall when it's really windy, I would just sit and watch the wind blowing leaves for hours at a time. Somehow it's clear when you see it that way. How painfully perfect everything actually is. You think about kind of the seasons changing. Just again, how it's raw, just how like painfully beautiful it is to experience winter in contrast to summer. The fact that you get to feel cold is such a gift. I have the most intense nostalgia sometimes, and sometimes the nostalgia is not for my favorite memories or the best times that I was having. Oftentimes I have nostalgia just for times when I wasn't particularly happy. But I look back on it and I realize that those moments were not only perfect, but painful, like infinitely perfect in an indescribable way. And the parts that I remember sometimes, in one in particular, it's kind of a good example. When I was in college, I was at a class, an evening class. It was night by the time I was out on this break in between classes. And I stepped outside onto the outdoor stairway, kind of a balcony. And it was nighttime and it was warm. And the warmth of the air, I don't know if I saw it then, but thinking back on it now, it's so clear that just to experience the warmth of that night is like, it's as good as anything, it's better than anything we can imagine. I'm sure I was miserable at the time. College is just a modern form of torture. It's an assault on the human spirit, as are all forms of school. But what I'm saying is, even the times when, the times when you're not enjoying yourself, or when you clearly, things are not going your way, it's just all perfect. It's completely incoherent, the idea that there could be anything less than perfection at any time when you see it. And it's just something prevents us from seeing it all the time. But nostalgia shows it to us. Some people say nostalgia can't be trusted. You can't allow yourself to think too fondly of the past, because the real world is right now, and the real world sucks. And the past probably sucked too, but that's not the truth. The truth is, nostalgia reveals the beauty and perfection of every moment, just not until after the fact. That's what I believe. There's moments of clarity where you can just feel it so strongly, and so much, and joy too sometimes, but so much pain, so much sadness, and the hole you can go into goes so deep. You think you find the bottom, and there's more to it. It's just so much pain. It's possible to feel so much pain. But in those moments of clarity, it just becomes obvious that I would do it all again. Like having the option, let's say you had a choice before you were born to come to Earth and be born as a human, and to experience everything that comes with that, even if you knew your life was going to be nothing but pain. If you decided to do it anyway, that would be the right choice. Sometimes I don't know what it is about the wind and the trees that just really gets me going. What is it that prevents us from seeing with clarity, you know? Those moments of clarity, why are those not always the way that we perceive reality? It's not obvious to me that it shouldn't be. It's clear to me that that is. And that's reality. Perfection. And it's so painful. Like even the good stuff, it's just so intense. You can't even. Why can I not see true nature things in the moment? Maybe we're just all afraid to feel the intensity of it. That's actually just scary because it's almost too much. That's the only theory I have. It could be that our whole ego, our whole sense of identity is just a shield that we're trying to use to protect ourselves from having to feel things completely. But you get to a point where you're just so tired. It's not that you're physically tired. It's not that you can't put your finger on what kind of tired it is, but you're just tired. You're just kind of stuck, kind of feeling things, but not completely. Kind of going back and forth.